This video will show you how to build a chord using two foundational ideas covered in our past lessons. The first idea is the idea of giving numbers to each individual note in our major scale, and the second is that of intervals. So the first idea goes like this. In order to build a chord, you need to take the first, the third, and fifth note of your scale. So if we were to move in the key of C, we know that our scale is. So you would take the first note, the third note, and the fifth note. That is how you create a C chord. Now if we were to move to the key of D, we know that the first note is here, our second note is here, our third note. So here are the first five notes of the D scale. We take the first note, the third note, and the fifth note. Okay, if we were to move along, your E chord should sound like this: E major, F major, and that word I'm using, major, I'll explain that in a following lesson. For now, I want you to get the basic idea down: 1, 3, 5. First note, third note, fifth note. Moving to the key of F, F major, this would be G major, A major, B major. This one's a little bit different. All the other chords have a nice structure to them. B is a little bit wacky. It goes like this. If here's your first note, third note, fifth note. Okay, and the fingering to each of these chords, your fingering should go 1, 3, 5. And on B, I like to do 1, 3, 4. Leaves your pinky free to hit maybe an octave up here. Okay, so that's how you build a basic chord. I want to give you one more way to think of building chords, and that is using intervals. Intervals, if you remember, here's a second, a third, fourth, and fifth, and that's in the key of C. So one more time, here's a second, third, fourth, and fifth. Now, what you do to build a C chord, you take the root and you add the third interval. So here's a second interval, third interval, and you add the fifth interval. Okay, so that's how you build your chord, and you'd move along building your chord in all the keys. So get that down, get familiar with these chords. Those are the foundations to music. Any song that you're going to play will use a lot of these chords here. So remember, your fingering is important, 1, 3, 5, and also it's important that you know each individual note that is in a particular scale and the number assigned to it. Take the first note, the third note, and the fifth note.